Tonight is the last of our tomato series for this year. We're finishing up all the rest of the tomatoes that Lee grew in the garden. If you'll recall the last couple of videos, we've been using them up and had some tomato sauce made. And tonight we're using the last of the tomato sauce making lasagna. And it's also an experiment with the Instant Pot because I got, as you'll recall, this Instant Pot air fryer lid right here. And this will bake. So I want to see if it'll bake the lasagna on the top.
Hi, we're Caroline and Lee.
I'm also making some spinach salad with bacon and eggs. I'm also going to be using the Instant Pot to make the eggs for the spinach salad that's going to go with the lasagna.
Okay, let's get started now on the spinach salad. I've got this little tray for the Instant Pot that works real good with boiling eggs and doing little muffins and things like that. I love it. It's a silicone thing. I'm going to spray it. I don't know if you have to, but I do. I like the way it just slips right out. You'll see when I'm all done. And I'm going to crack the eggs in here, put them in the Instant Pot, and I will have them all boiled for the spinach salad. I'm putting in my cup of water in the bottom of the Instant Pot. Actually, it's about 2 cups. And you just put them in there with no lid on them or anything, and they're going to turn out perfect. I'm going to unwrap this bacon here. This bacon is thicker than the kind you get in the store. This is from a meat market. I go to the University of Florida Animal Services meat market where they're all getting their degree in meat cutting, and they raise their own cattle and pork. So I get beef and pork there, and meat markets are rare to find anymore, but the bacon and the meat is like 100 times better than what you get in the store, so it's so much worth it. I already washed up, this is whole leaf spinach, and I washed it good. And I'm going to cut up a red onion here, and this is some, if you've seen in the previous videos, the onions that Lee grew in the garden, they're red onions. They're very mild, they're not strong, they don't make my eyes water. And I'm just going to put them raw in the salad. This is one of my favorite things in spinach salad, and his too. I'm putting in a little bit of this packet. It's a mix I got from the grocery store of almonds, flaxseed, and cranberries. And it gives it a little sweetness, a little crunch, you know. Plus it's good for you, but we like it. Croutons on here. finished with my boiled eggs, so I can get them going and get them put into the salad. I don't know if I showed you guys how long I cooked them for. I only put them on for 10 minutes. And look how easy they're like perfect boiled. They just slide right out. I love it. No more peeling eggshells. I love Instant Pot boiled eggs, and we can use them to snack on. So my bacon's about done too. It's getting pretty crispy, so I'm going to go ahead and assemble all this and start working on getting it all crumbled up in the salad and get that ready. But I do want to show you the inside of this egg and what it looks like coming out of the Instant Pot when it's boiled. Look at this. I'm going to cut it in half with a fork here. And just let you see, this is 10 minutes in the Instant Pot. See, the yolks are perfectly done. I mean, this is just great. I love this, you know. There is a debate in our home on bacon, and I've heard of other people having the bacon. Y'all put a comment below if you like your bacon nice and crispy, or if you like it where it's kind of undercooked on the ends and a little soft and floppy like. My husband likes it like that, where it's not real crispy and it's kind of undercooked on the sides, and I like it where it's crispy. So since I'm cooking it, we get it the way I like it. But apparently that's a big debate in a lot of households. I think a lot of the men like bacon a little bit more springy and undercooked, and women like it more crispy. But to me, that means pork's not cooked all the way, and I don't eat uncooked pork, so it's got to be completely cooked for me. Y'all getting hungry yet for salad? All right, if you'll recall, these were the tomatoes from the garden, and if you'll recall, that was the tomato sauce that we made in the last video. So we're reusing what was left of that tomato sauce, and it's going to be the final amount for lasagna. I've gotten some Italian sausage, again, from the meat market, and I browned it up, but I want to boil it and make sure it is cooked all the way through, because this lasagna I'm going to be doing in the Instant Pot, and I'm not quite sure if it's the first time doing it in the Instant Pot, if it's going to cook it all the way through or not. I've had problems with the lid, so I'm not sure. This is the first time I'm kind of doing it as I go. But this Italian sausage is going to be crumbled in my layers of lasagna. So I'm going to work on cooking this, and I brown it up and then boil it. And now I'm going to work on my layers of my lasagna. And I'm going to crack an egg, and you mix that up with your ricotta cheese and some parsley and some Parmesan cheese, which I just put in, and some Italian spices. You know, we have a herb garden, so we grow our own fresh oregano. I'm going to put fresh oregano in there, and parsley. Here goes mozzarella cheese mixed up. bit of pepper, just a tad bit of salt, not much. I put actually quite a lot of parsley in there and some oregano. I'm going to work on mixing all this up now, and then we can start working on our layers of the lasagna. Okay, I'm going to spray I'm using the little springform pan for the lasagna, and I'm also using, these are oven ready lasagna noodles. I never knew what they were, but apparently they're supposedly you don't have to pre-boil them like the old-timey way, and you pre-boiled lasagna noodles. Now you just stick them in there and they cook, so it makes things quicker and faster. So as you saw, I sprayed it, and I'm gonna start my layers. You always start with a layer of the spaghetti sauce, then I'm gonna do a layer of the noodles, and then I'm gonna do some more. I'm saying spaghetti sauce. It's just tomato sauce that we made, and moisten that pretty good so they'll cook good. Then a layer of the cheese mixture, and then I'll do a layer of the sausage, and we'll just build from there. Just for fun, I'm going to throw in a little bit of spinach leaves because I had too much for our salad. So I had a big package of spinach. So throw that in my lasagna too. Something green. Some mushrooms in here too. These are just regular old button mushrooms, not fancy ones, but they make it nice and tasty too. Really get anything else on. We'll do a layer of meat, and then we're going to do the salsa noodles, and I don't think I'm going to get a bunch more on here. I can barely get these noodles to fit on the top. It's just overflowing here. I wanted to try it in the Instant Pot, but I really need a bigger pan, and there's not bigger pans for the Instant Pot. So this is going to be an interesting first time. Clue how my sauce is going to fit in here, or how I'm going to get this thing to go inside the Instant Pot without spilling it all over. It is so much.
The Instant Pot on a regular setting to make the lasagna, so I know it's cooked all the way through, because if you'll recall the last video with the pot pie, that baking lid did not bake all the way through, something thick. So the lasagna, I want to make sure it's cooked all the way through. So I'm going to pressure cook it, without it browned on the top for like 30-40 minutes. Make sure it's cooked all the way through. Then I will put the browning lid on the top and see if the Instant Pot browning lid makes it nice and brown and firm. So this will be the end of the tomato series. So tonight we're having lasagna and spinach salad.
Side of the Instant Pot. I'm going to put the lid on it now, and I've got water in the bottom. I'm going to steam it because, like I said before, I want to make sure it's completely cooked all the way through. And we'll do the baking lid after it's completely cooked to brown the top and see how that does. Because if you'll recall from my previous video on the pot pie and trying out the air fryer lid, baking lid on the pot pie, it did not really warm all the way through. So luckily my pot pie was completely cooked ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is completely cooked and brown it. And I'm just going to guessing at it. And I'm going to do 30 minutes in the Instant Pot. Well, it's ready. It's all done. So I got to let the steam out. And we'll see how it looks. Okay, I'm going to plug in the air fryer / baking Instant Pot lid. And go ahead and open this up so I can get the baking lid on. And let's take a peek at what it looks like. Oh my goodness, it looks good. It cooked. Oh, it's a little watery though. That's interesting. But it's cooked all the way, it looks. So I'm going to put the baking lid on it and just brown it. I'm going to try this time the broil function. Last time we tried the bake function. But it's cooked all the way through. It doesn't need to be cooked or baked anymore. It just needs to be browned on the top. Let's try the broil. And I'm just guessing at this. I'm going to say 10 minutes for 400 degrees. And go ahead and click it on. And we'll see how it does. I had to wiggle it a little bit so I can get it on. It does a little beep beep beep, like the Instant Pot thing. And I kept going, why is this not working? But then I realized you have to actually hit the button that says on. That's the top green button. It didn't turn out very pretty, but it's going to be delicious. Next time we'll turn it down a little bit and cook it a little less. This was an experiment. Well, we're going to enjoy our dinner. Please hit the like button if you enjoy this video. And we will see you next time.